On a one-night backpacking trip in the Salmon River Wilderness.
Are these cougar footprints I see on the trail?
Well, the good news is there's no snow on the trail. Trying out some new cold weather gear tonight. The low is supposed to only be around 41, although it's colder along the river here. I think it's supposed to be in the mid-40s today. Tropically hot today. It snowed 6 inches up here 2 days ago, so well, there's no shortage of water on this trail. We got little waterfalls. There's water coming right down the trail. Waterfalls, pretty cool. Nice. Tricky here. She made it without getting her feet wet. Can I do it? One-handed. Another stream crossing. This is probably number 4.
Yes.
So we just hit 1 mile in on this Salmon River Trail. It follows the river the whole way. After a couple miles, it's supposed to head up the hill a little ways. Oh, like a rock slide, tree slide. Water crossing number 5. If you look at the reviews on this trail, you'll hear there's quite a few stories of cougar sightings on the trail. One was noticeably funny, I guess if you can put it funny, but they said that they were hiking along. There was a cougar right off the trail, and he thought that it was hiding from him, but it was growling at them, and so they waited until another group of people came along. Thankfully they did, and then they all passed as a group. Water crossing number 7.
The only thing about these water crossings is that the rocks are really slippery, so you got to be super careful with all that algae. I have, in fact, slipped on a rock and fallen in.
Stop for a snack. We had protein breakfast kind bars. I don't know if you can have breakfast bars after noon. There we go. Oh, ooh, that was wobbly in the middle there. Did you survive the bridge?
I did.
Approaching water crossing number 9. Ooh, this has a nice log crossing Kelly's not going to take.
Yeah, I'm afraid
So
that it
sketchy.
might be too slippery.
Let's go check out this stream up here. Lots of fresh water on this trail.
Are these cougar footprints I see on the trail?
I hope not. Yeah, let's not say that.
A nice flat area next to the water. I think I see a good spot for setting up camp right up ahead around this bend.
Really nice camp down there. Access to the water, the fire pit. We're gonna continue on.
Keep moving ahead. These are actually all really nice spots. There's another one right down here. Ready? Really nice.
We're starting to hit more snow on the trail. Still mixture, but definitely more. So we just passed 2 really nice campsites right back there, and it was kind of on the calmer part of the river too, so it wasn't as noisy. Really nice. If we don't find what we want up here, we'll go back there.
Looks like there might be a fire pit over there. Right? Smack down in the little trees.
I punched in the route on the Garmin. Interestingly enough, it doesn't really like wind on the trail. It's almost like a straight line from here to there, so it says we got 0.2 left to go. Kelly found another site. Let's check it out.
There's a little fire pit over there. Kind of a flat area.
Oh yeah.
The only thing is, it is a little close to the trail. You might want to keep going. Oh, and
Oh,
look, there's another bridge up there.
Bridge.
This would be a really good place for hammock camping. There's just so many trees, so many options. Water crossing number 11, maybe 12?
This one's pretty big.
That would be a very cold crossing if that bridge was not there. Look what's up ahead. We do not need a permit. Looks like it's the more difficult. And elevation 1600 to 3500. Trail number 742.
So if we look at the Garmin, it shows we are 0.1. There's the ending. This was one of the named campsites along this trail. How you doing back there?
Oh, doing good. Doing good. Thank you for asking. Curious though if the site that we're going to be heading still has snow, because the snow is definitely getting thicker.
Yeah, quite a bit more snow. Well, it said we arrived. I don't see a camp.
There is a significant amount more snow than what we have just been through. So this
Steady.
looks like I don't know if we'll even be able to find the spot.
Let's see, let's check up here.
The temperature dropped down.
Yeah, it got significantly colder. We haven't really gone up that high. I think we may have found camp. This place has got a fire ring. I think we got a flat spot there for our tent. The only thing is we're not sure how to get to the water. I think there should be a path down to the water somewhere over there.
That was just over an hour and a half hike and just under 3 miles. So I think this is a pretty good spot.
Even though this was a really great spot hidden by the trees, there was definitely a big temperature change and a steady cold breeze coming off the river. We've decided to head back to one of the spots we found earlier in the hike.
I think we found a good spot to set up camp. It's right along the river. There's actually a little fire pit somebody has, and they added a log, so it actually looks like it's got a little bench built in. We'll put our tent here. The trail is actually a little ways up that way. And then you got the water right along the thing. We're gonna set up camp.
This trip we bought our Big Agnes Copper Spur 3-person tent. It works really well for 2 people, and I'm super glad we have our footprint because the ground was still damp from all the snow.
Today we're going to use the BRS 3000. It's the little mini guy. When you put it in there, be careful because it likes to squirt gas out.
Water is ready. Oh. Open. One of the best things about having these is now I have a little heater pouch for my hands. Oh, it's hot. It's time. Mix it in. Oh, this is so spicy. Spicy. Oh my goodness, my tongue is on fire. So it'll be fine for you.
The temperature's dropping fast out there. Ellie's already he's already in. We didn't find enough dry wood to burn. We have a really nice campfire, but nothing to burn. I think we are going to retire. It's dropped down to about 40 degrees and the sun hasn't gone down yet, so I'm guessing it might be around 38-ish.
Oh, I think it's colder than that.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it got down to 38 last night, but the humidity was 89%, so everything is damp. we went to bed kind of early, and I left this open, and I was all zipped up. I had some leggings on and my fleece jacket. That was just about the right temperature. Once we closed this section off, so it was totally enclosed, I actually got hot, and I had to take off my socks and my leggings. I just slept in my fleece jacket. We ended up getting Kelly's bag the day before we left.
Slept good. I actually did sleep in my coat and one glove and my hat. I actually ended up unzipping my coat, and I was just too lazy to take it off because I was warm enough. It helped having Greg's coat also stuffed down at the bottom so my toesies were nice and warm. But that little blanket insert thingy that they have, and the fact that the pillow doesn't move around, it's the best. The best ever.
This cheap little pad I'm trying out, it actually worked really well. It weighs like absolutely nothing. It kind of floats. It's not super big, but it works. It's no Z seat, but still works. And I think it was $1.56. So one thing we're using our rain skirts for is a little ground cloth for our bags. Like when we had our tent, we had these rain skirts in the fly area, and then you put your bag on it. We've got a small hike out, but I need more water, so let's go. There we go. That should be enough, plus there's lots on the way. All right. We're all packed up. That was a pretty successful one-night trip. The Salmon River Trailhead that we started at is notorious for break-ins, so we actually had somebody drop us off. So we're actually under a time crunch to get back. So if you're gonna come and stay overnight, see if somebody can drop you off. So it's still probably the low 40s. Kelly, it's an ice cube back there. I'm actually hot. Yeah, she touched my face with her frozen fingers.
So it was a pretty uneventful night. The river was so loud, it was like having a white noise machine, so we didn't hear much of anything. I did hear a little bit of rustling at one point, but I'm not sure what it was. But the trail itself is pretty easy. Not a lot of elevation gain, which is nice for just a quick overnighter. Look at the size of this tree. When we had come here in, I think, January stuff, there was quite a few trees, branches down, but this is really, really clear and nice.
I'm interested to know how these logs ended up like this. Like a massive wash down here, or they just happened to fall like that. So we came in on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
There was nobody here. Of course, it's cold and wet, miserable. But today we've passed probably 10 day hikers coming this way. So I'd imagine in summertime it gets pretty busy. The one thing I find a little bit strange about this area, and maybe it's just the time of year, but we didn't see hardly any little animals running around. We only saw those 2 Canadian geese going down the river, and then 1 crow this morning. I don't think we've seen a single squirrel. I haven't seen any deer. Kelly did say she heard something last night, but I didn't hear anything. You can't hear anything over the river. Kelly already mentioned the trees, but check this one out. It's a double tree, and then it goes into 2 gigantic, huge trees. I'm not sure the last time these was logged in here, but it's pretty nice. Everything's covered with moss. You're expecting to see an Ewok pop out any moment.
How far back are you?
Yeah, I just had to wait for a couple of hikers to get past me.
I'll wait up ahead for you.
One thing we need to do is update our food. Kelly seems to not be able to eat a lot of the spicy stuff, even though it's not actually spicy. It's spicy for Kelly. So we're gonna try to dehydrate some of our own food and see how that goes. Can Kelly make it? This is the test.
Now that you're
sure footage. There she goes. 1, 2. Oh, look at that.
Made it.
And I see the trailhead.
Thanks for joining us on a quick one night on the Salmon River Trail. You can check us out at exploretrekadventure.com, and we'll see you next time.